The 45th aphorism. The ego must learn to live within the laws of things and forms, not in things or for forms. This is non-reaction. This is definitely an Adinatha Sampradaya's aphorism. Nathas traditionally have endeavored to fit into the countries, communities in which they live, and the families in which they are born. They are law-abiding citizens within the context of where they find themselves. These advanced souls slowly change the existing environment in which they find themselves, as they are guided by a higher law. They do not succumb to the temptations of things, nor are they overpowered by the charm of forms. This is because they are spiritually unfolded within the Anahata Chakra, filled and thrilled with the love of Lord Shiva, and see him in all manifest and unmanifest creation. This is truly non-reaction, so this aphorism states. Yes, it is true, the ego must learn to live within the law of things, of form, not within things or for forms. This is the liberation sought for on the path. The enlightened person living on the planet suffers the great acceptance of things as they are. No longer, through his ignorance, does he feel a need to be manipulative. Sufferance means acceptance, tolerance, and a complete joyousness at seeing the perfect ever interrelating in trillions of perfect ways. The 46th aphorism. The ego passes through the stages of the conscious mind, then through the subconscious spheres into the sub-superconscious regions, until total superconsciousness prevails. Little of this, if any, is retained by the conscious mind. In continuation, the ego passes back through the sub-superconscious and subconscious conscious realms into the conscious plane. There, it consciously views the conscious mind. As a result, the physical body dissolves into the nothingness of the mind's creation. This aphorism is the path that all of us are on, have been on, and those to follow will be on. It is a complete concept of this path. Study it, meditate upon it, derive from it what you can. The 47th aphorism. When the superconscious pushes the desired knowledge through the subconscious, that is as close as the superconscious can come to time and space. The subconscious mind is a repository of remembered experiences. This is to say that as an experience of any kind passes into it through the conscious mind, it is remembered simultaneously. It is also a repository of unremembered experiences. For the superconscious mind forces knowledge yet to be known into the subconscious. It is remembered there, but the conscious mind is not even aware that this process is occurring, let alone being aware of any new input. Slowly, the knowledge infiltrates consciousness, and then it is redeposited in the subconscious as remembered knowledge. The closeness of the superconscious to the external world of time and space is through the subconscious and/or intuitive flashes penetrating the conscious mind. The superconscious knows about time and space, but is not in time and space as are the other four states of mind. The 48th aphorism. Attachment is of the reasoning plane. Therefore, all attachments must be given up subconsciously through understanding before the ego can go beyond the conscious mind. The conscious mind can be controlled through concentration, which leads into meditation after the physical body has been stilled. This then unfolds into a state of contemplation, and finally the self, spirit, truth, or samadhi is realized. This aphorism means we must have faith in the future, faith in ourselves, faith in others. To truly give up attachment, we must be confident in our own personal powers of creation, lest we always be hanging on to the past, things, people, and the idea within it. The future is to be remembered and created just the way the divine force is working through us, from Lord Shiva himself to the physical plane, will it to be. For nothing can happen but through his grace. Lord Ganesha has opened the door for this knowledge to bloom. We in turn must unreservedly prostrate ourselves in complete abandon before the Supreme God of all the gods in order to, as the aphorism states, unfold into the states of contemplation, and finally the self, spirit, truth, or samadhi is realized in our true, eternal Shivaness. The 49th aphorism. You can't go into anything with freedom when you need it. You must be desireless and observe. We must also have desirelessness even for the realization of the self itself in order to freely proceed and attain the goal. The realization of the self must never be to us a need to get away from something, an avoidance, a departure from, or a means to become better than others. Now we can see the desire as the barrier to freedom, physically, mentally, and emotionally. To give up desire is very difficult. Only when one is secure in the highest of attainments do many of the desires vanish. Desire is connected to the Anava Mala, which is the last fetter to be conquered before mukti is finally attained. Maya can be understood and dealt with. All karmas can be unwound. Anava Mala has encased within it the power to create new karma through desire and regenerate the veiling ignorance of Maya.